people. For I, the Lord, I'll move through Washington, D.C., and I shall take back the seats that's been stolen because of the outpouring. The harvest is truly plenteous. The harvest is
now at this moment, we take authority over Dorian that has no right off the coast of this state or anywhere. And we hit that storm to the east right now. And I'm going to do it 3 times. We hit it to the east. We hit it to the east and command it. You go to the east, out away from land. We declare you would do no destruction in any way. We won't tolerate it. So, Father, I thank you for this honor.
Well, it has begun. What you just saw there were 2 people that are deranged and need help. Timothy Dixon running around with the staff. And then you have Kat Kerr thinking that she's going to get rid of a storm with the staff. Now, those videos are older and things, but the staff is still in play because these false prophets and teachers, they think that they're Moses and Aaron. You remember when God told Moses to go to Pharaoh and tell them to let my people go and things and give them the sign. He dropped the staff and it turned to snakes and then the magicians were able to do that. You notice that? Let's talk about those magicians because they were able to duplicate 3 of the plagues. The snakes, the river, the blood, and the frogs. Now, we're not going to get into the theological part of all of that, of them being able to do that, but 2 things that could have happened, because, magicians are able to pull rabbits out of a hat. They're able to do, illusions and things like that. So there's only 2 ways that they were able to pull this off, but one of the main ones, which I still believe is part of it as well, is that they were being used by the devil. And the devil was able to duplicate these miracles. But when it came time for the gnats or the flies, the gnats or lice or so, they couldn't do it. And they said that must be the power of God. They told Pharaoh and things. They were powerless. See, but for some reason, these folks think that they've got power that like no other. They can tell you things from God and hear from God because they're the only ones like no other. They're better than the prophets of the old. They have been renewed into this day, into this current day where we say that they're the new form of a prophet that have gained and got more information than ever. When they're liars and they're being used by the devil, and you're going to see that God is going to render them powerless, just like he did those magicians and Pharaoh. And what has happened is, take a look at this clip because this staff thing is ridiculous.
I thank you for hungering after my son. To desire to be just like him is a great thing. He admires you. He thanks you. He loves you for your heart, for your honesty, for your desire to bless him and to please him. Those are great things to accomplish.
And as you can see there, Robin Bullock, that's Kat Kerr, the lady with the pink hair talking, giving him some type of blessing. And he's rocking with the staff and going back and forth with this staff and things. Now look at Timothy Dixon, the same guy that was walking around with in the room, basically it was a doomsday prayer where he was more so wishing death and doom on those in Washington right now. So that's what he was doing. Look at this clip where he's with Julie Green, which is another false prophetess, a false pastor, preacher, whatever this guy, Emmanuel Johnson, he's a false prophet as well. Emmanuel Johnson, and they're all together. And they're at this tent event. that they go around and they hold the staff out and want people to put their hands towards the Lord while they hold this staff, as there's power in this staff. Take a look.
Bring Julie up here. Timothy. Brother Timothy, where's your rod? Yes. We got to get that rod right now. This boldly, close on. People pray the whole... Timothy. Timothy. Timothy, come over here to the left of me. Julie, get the rod. People, point your hands towards the Lord right now, quickly.
And as you can see, these folks are nuts, but they're nothing but magicians. They're just like those that were in Exodus, those that were frauds, those that cannot, they think that the power of God is working through them. And how I said in this message is it's begun because ultimately they're idle. The current man that's running for the president, we know Mr. Trump, that's their idol. This whole thing started with a lot of these people, their ministries started off of Mr. Trump. That's how their ministry started. And they've been fleecing this thing like never before. But like someone had mentioned, it's a sinking ship. So they're going to continue to fleece the flock as much as they can as the ship goes down. But here's the thing. It's starting to heat up like never before because their hearts are hardened like never before, just like Pharaoh. And these folks' hearts have become hardened even more as the time has went by since 2020. And look at this video that came out recently, maybe a week or two, a couple weeks ago now, of Kat Kerr standing at the Capitol talking about she's the prophet for everything, basically. Let's take a listen.
Every time during election time, I have been here at Capitol Hill to speak on behalf of the one who's running. You all know who I'm going to say. Yes, it's number 45. Yes, it's Trump. I'm just going to say his name right now. Why not? God talks about him all the time. No matter what you think about him, he picked him, he anointed him, and he appointed him. Do you know what he says about him? He's an all-American boy who's all for America. So yes, there are powerful plans that are going to happen. Yes, I am his prophet. I am his revelator. I revelate heaven all over this world and will continue to do so. And no matter what the evil thought they were going to do, Satan will be running with his tail between his legs real soon. The reptilian seed will be buried probably for another 100 years. So don't worry about all that stuff. You're wasting your time following it. He's a loser. Yes, I'm talking about the Lord of the Flies, because Jesus is the Lord of the hosts. That would be heaven's armies. And right now there's 1 million of them around me right now. They're about to waste this place. Waste every evil, wicked being, every entity, every demon, every principality, every power.
And as you can see, she's there talking about angels, talking about, that she's this, that she's at the Capitol intervening. And that's what they're doing. As you see in this picture of Robin Bullock, the false prophet himself, when he was there on January 6th. Look at the date in the picture closely. Look at that. See? January 6th. And he's got the staff pointed towards the Capitol. It's already begun. These folks are on it right now. Buckle up, get your seat belts. This right here, prayer warriors, those of you that stand on the truth and stand on the gospel, stand on the true faith. You have not built a golden calf. Those of you stand on the word of God. Do not stand with these types of people. These peoples are frauds. These people are nothing but magicians. These people are working for the devil. They act like they have power. But as I mentioned, they're powerless. They have no power. Because ultimately, when Pharaoh decided he was going to chase down the Israelites and get them back into slavery and bring them back into doom and gloom and things, Moses and them, the Israelites, even though the Israelites, why do you lead us out here for us to die? I mean, wait a minute. What are you doing, Moses? And God told him to stretch his hand, and he parted that Red Sea. And as Pharaoh was leading, he didn't realize that the ditch was dug for him, as he thought that he was going to back them into a corner, and he fell into his own ditch. That's what's going to happen with these people. Right now, they can hold staffs up They can get holy water. They can do whatever, prayer cloths, whatever they try. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. God is going to back them into the corner, and he's going to pull the rug out from underneath them because they've been serving the wrong person. When their eyes should be looking up above, when they should be worried about giving him the glory, him guiding their lives, him doing the changing in people's lives, him making the difference in the world and our lives and in society as we go forth and be that beacon of light. That's what it should be about. It shouldn't be about elevating a human being or diving in, taking religion and diving into politics and trying to twist things and make things work out and fleecing people and getting what you want spiritually, where you think that you tighten the grip on people and that they're going to love the Lord because you sat there and put someone in place that's going to focus on adding in your personal and spiritual agenda. When it's not about giving God the glory. We want to give God the glory. I'm thankful that I'm saved. I'm thankful that there's freedom in serving Christ. I'm thankful that I willingly came and gave my life to him after I realized that I couldn't fix the mess that my life was in. I couldn't fix it. Because if I could have fixed everything that was going on bad, it would have been fixed long ago. And that's the problem. If you're trying to fix your life and you notice, that something, you can't fix it. You need somebody to walk along the side with you in everything. And that doesn't mean that once you give your life to the Lord, that everything becomes perfect and rosy. I thought that. But one thing it does mean is that he will walk alongside with you. He will give you peace. He will give you the wisdom. And he will give you the things needed to help overcome the strains of this world. So don't let the magicians control your life. Don't let politicians control your life. Don't let false teachers and all of these people out here that are grifters, that are taking advantage of people, try to control your life. Get a grip on your life. Repent if you need to. And the rest of us, we'll continue to stay prayed up for our family members and friends. Give God the glory. Take Satan head on. Punch his butt right in between the chops. Evangelism for God is the channel. My name is Maurice Braxton. Until the next video, my friends, take care. God bless.